And we're live. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Yasuke Fitness, back at it again with another episode of Gym Check-In. So, as you guys know, I want you guys to check in. Let me know what you guys are working on. Let me know what you guys are trying to work on in terms of your physique. You want bigger arms, chest, legs, whatever it is. And if you don't know where to go, then go to my website, hiddenmusclefit.com, and sign me up as your trainer. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, aside from that, like the video if you enjoy this content, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Help me fight this YouTube algorithm, trying to get up. My goal is 1,000 followers by the end of this year. I want 1,000 followers by the end of this year. This is what we're going to do. So today's episode of Gym Check-In, the title, you've seen the title, it's Abandoned Ship. So it seems like that's what's going on, and that's what's in a lot of guys' minds. And I have my brother on today for another episode. It's another interesting episode. You guys already know who he is. He's Derek the Divine. He's introduced himself plenty times on the podcast, but I'll let him go ahead and speak his piece for a bit. Go ahead. Anything you want to tell the people?
How you guys doing? My name is Derek. Better known online as Derek the Divine. IG Derek the Divine. If you guys want to look for me. It's a pleasure to be on your show, Yasuke Fitness, and yeah, I'm ready to dive into the topic.
All right, cool. So, as I was saying, the topic was abandoning ship. So we see a lot of men nowadays. We don't even see a lot of men because, we'll dive deeper in that. And what I'm trying to say is, we don't see a lot of men. We hear a lot of men talking about it, saying that there's not a lot of good women here in the U.S., that men, we have to go outside of the U.S. in order to find good traditional women with good traditional values for long-term relationships. And hence the label, the passport bros came about, and it's only been relevant for the past maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months. Before then, a man going overseas to find a traditional relationship or a good relationship, it was just a man being a man. So I don't really get it, but we're gonna do some reviews, reactions. We're gonna do some reactions to these videos, and we'll talk a little bit about it. So let's go ahead and pull up the first video. Let's go ahead and do that. All right.
You need money. Y'all think foreign women are cheaper or something? Or like you think it's not? Just make it make sense, because you guys are delusional. It's giving you need to be in a mental health facility.
I don't know. I feel like everything Black women do is a problem. I don't feel safe.
All right, so fair use on this one. Have we seen the clip? Typical Black women complaining about something, right? Fair use on this one. Dating Right on YouTube. Appreciate you. Thanks for the content. I'm gonna ahead and use the fair use on this one. Let's continue the video.
Who had very low vibrational things to say about passport men. And she decided to put that energy out there, and ultimately that energy got returned to her. So, we definitely gonna get into it and break it down. But before we do, can you take a second to hit
passport boys, aka these men that are leaving the country to find their wives or to find women that they feel like are more traditional than American women? First comment, get a grip. Like, are you guys really being for real? The fact of the matter is, the average woman does not even require that much. But the average man is not willing to even do the bare fucking minimum to get and keep a woman.
That is false. Oh, now the average woman don't really require that much, when all we have been seeing a high record of women calling into these shows talking about they need a man that make $200,000-$500,000.
How much money do you think a guy should make per year? If I'm like dating them, it'd be nice if they were at least making $100,000.
$1 million, $2 million, 500 grand. A lot. We're expensive.
Yeah, mills.
How much should your men make in a year?
In 2022, would I settle for a man that expects me to basically be a slave and maid in America. America. So I mean, I see why y'all got to go overseas to sell the bull to other women.
Pause the video quick. This is some real Kool-Aid right here, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Like, this is some real Kool-Aid, man. Keep going.
But another thing you're missing is you need money. Y'all think foreign women are cheaper or something? Or like you think it's not going to cost money to bring a woman over here, make her a citizen, get her acclimated to this culture? Like it's going to take time, energy, and money that y'all can't even give to women that live here in your own culture. Just make it make sense because you guys are delusional.
Once again, calling these men broke, telling them their lack of income. That is a lot of women's number one go-to insult when it comes to men. I mean, if he's not a millionaire, most women, that's the number one insult they're going to come at, no matter how much money you make.
It's giving you need to be in a mental health facility because instead of being introspective and looking at your actions, what you're doing that's maybe not working out in your favor, y'all would rather like go to another country and just continue the toxicity on different women in different cultures. You think they're not going to call your bluff or figure out that you're full of shit? It's like y'all think foreign women are dumber or something. Like y'all think they won't have standards because even if a woman wants to be a traditional woman, that doesn't mean she's going to put up with your bullshit. That's the part that these men are overlooking. They're like, oh, I'm going to get a woman that's traditional. Plenty of women in America want to be traditional wives. They want to stay home and take care of their kids. They want their husbands to be providers. But within that, they also want faithfulness. They also want men who are focused on God and not the streets and not women on their Instagram. Like, be fucking for real. I know it's hard to accept the fact that the problem might actually be you, but running away from the problem to try to go to a different country to bring a woman over is not going to solve your problems. Like, you guys are so desperate.
We'll cut this video right there. I think we said enough from her. Let's hop into the second video, and then we'll go ahead and just talk a little bit about what the Passport Bros is and, you know,
Gotcha.
those things that I like. All right. We get to the next screen. Hold on. Okay.
You really don't care why they had to fly abroad to find a wife, a girlfriend, then why are you making all of these hate videos? If you don't care at all, why are you reacting that way? You girls making these content, saying all these nasty words against the women who were brought by the Western guy to their countries is just an example why they don't want you.
A lot of the traditional women overseas, they don't get on social media and do all this infighting. But she definitely got some things off her chest. So we're definitely going to get into it and break it down. But before we do, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I see all the new subscribers.
Videos of women attacking the Passport Bros. Oh wait, let me just take a sip of the coffee that my passport boyfriend made me.
I like that. That was a little savage right there. She did that one. See, even that right there, just showing appreciation for that man bringing her a cup of coffee. I'm over exaggerating, of course, but it's just the little things like that. She's thankful for the cup of coffee that he brought her. That's what I'm talking about.
As I was saying, when you really don't care why they had to fly abroad to find a wife, a girlfriend, then why are you making all of these hate videos? If you don't care at all, why are you reacting that way? You girls making these content, saying all these nasty words against the women who were brought by the Western guy to their countries is just an example why they don't want you.
They are making those videos because they actually do care. But most importantly, the new trend now is to kind of make these videos because Passport Bros are trending hard. This is going to be the new wave, not for just a couple of years to come and it's going to fade away. No, this is going to be what it is from now out forever. This movement is not going to stop.
It's so funny.
We'll stop it right there. All right, so I think we've got enough. We've dived in enough about the two sides of the passport bros. So we have the guys that are looking for better relationships. You have the girls that are back here in the U.S. complaining. You got the girls out there in other countries. Pretty much saying like, "Yo, what the hell? What's the deal?" So, I want you to go ahead and just tell me your experience. First of all, what I'm saying, just let them know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are a passport bro. So.
I guess you guys can consider me a passport bro. The only reason why I have a hard time identifying as a passport bro is because a lot of these, what my observation of a lot of these passport bros is they decided to, you know, well, as men, when we up and leave and go and move somewhere else, women is a main factor of that. You know what I mean? Women is a main factor of that. So I can't say me getting up and changing my life and moving to Colombia, I didn't take women in consideration. Of course, I took women in consideration. But I guess as a passport bro, you know, I where do I start? Okay, all right. Firstly, I personally never had no issue on getting women in the U.S.
Okay.
Prior to me moving to Colombia, prior to me, dating a Colombian woman, I never had no issue with just with that in the U.S. A lot of these, with my observation of the passport bros, a lot of these passport bros, they at first when they go to the country, a lot of them indulge in prostitution. Is straight up. Is honest truth. I'm not throwing any negative shade on them or anything like that. You know what I mean? Prostitution is the oldest profession in the world, and hey, you do what you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
But the only reason why I have a hard time identifying as a passport bro, because a lot of times I don't really a lot of these passport bros, they just, I don't know, it's just I was watching one video today. And they were talking about the passport bros, and some of them look pretty, I'm not gonna cap, some of them look pretty dorky. And and I'm not coming at all. I'm gonna say this again. I have nothing against the passport bro movement. If anything, I support it. You know what I mean? If you're not being appreciated somewhere else, go. The world is free roam. The world is free roam.
So you think
Yeah.
that most of the men that are traveling to other countries are simply just going there for sex rather than for long time committed relationships?
Yeah, it would have to be sex at first. It would have to be sex at first. You know what I mean? It's not like you're gonna be up and just be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna spend some time in this country to look for a wife.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go out here and make the investment and do all this to look for a wife. I guess let me speak on my scenario. Me, on the other hand, I wanted to learn Spanish. I really wanted to learn Spanish. I wanted to make that my second language. Also, I was open to dating Colombian women. I was open to indulging in the culture in its totality and its total. So me dating a Colombian woman came with me just be like, all right, cool, I'm out here learning Spanish. I think it'd be best for me to date a Colombian woman. I ended up.
But you knew like Colombian women are they do have a how can I say?
You're right. I could have went anywhere. I could have went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying yeah.
coulda
You
went
could have went anywhere to learn Spanish.
But the thing is, Colombian women are fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be straight up. Colombian women are fine. So yeah, of course I took women in consideration on traveling and whatnot. On traveling and whatnot.
So would you?
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me because I guess I have a hard time just putting myself in a group without me officially being like, all right, cool, I'm within that group.
Yeah, I think it's probably because though you see some of the guys that are in the Passport Bros,
Yeah.
and it's like, nah, I can't
Yeah,
I can't be associated with y'all, motherfucker.
Exactly. I see some of these guys, and they like. I was watching this one video today, and dude was like, I'm here in the Philippines to find a traditional wife that will cook and clean for me." And I'm like, bro, you kind of, you know what I mean? You not, I mean, you ain't even lifting at the gym. You know what I mean? You kind of lame. You know what I mean, it's not like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
We have one comment from the Cold Approach guy.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and read it out. To be honest, I don't think most girls, at least the attractive ones, do not really care for men that leave the US in search of women. It's usually some ugly chick on TikTok that complain and black. So I mean, I think it's true. Like honestly, a lot of the girls that I see complain about the Passport Bros, nobody's picking them, or at least not that I'm aware of. But I surely would not go out of my way.
And
pick
that's
them.
and that's what I'm seeing. A lot of the Passport Bros that I'm seeing that's coming forth, they're not Chads. They're not like you
They're
and
not,
I.
because if they were, then they wouldn't be leaving.
If they were, they wouldn't be leaving or whatnot. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's hard for me to associate myself with it. But I mean, hey, I went to Colombia. I knew Colombia had fine women. I knew Colombia. I'm not too foreign of the culture because you and we grew up around a lot of Latinos.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess in a sense I'm a passport bro. But yeah, I guess in a sense I'm a passport bro.
So what was it? I had a question for you. I totally lost my train of thought. So women let's talk about the women that are already there in the other countries that are open to dating foreigners. Like why do you think that they get all the hate from the American women? Do you think, because honestly I was listening to a video earlier today, and they're actually playing the same game as any other girls playing, right? They want a man that's more financially that's financially better than them, more well-rounded. So most of these guys that are traveling and doing things like that, you most likely probably college educated, has something going for them, something, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Why do you think these American women give them all the hate?
I mean, essentially their men is just up and leaving. That's their I guess that's their investment, their way to spread life to their men is just leaving. They're leaving. They're up and saying,
It's competition.
It's competition, and it's strange to me because I don't understand why is it strange to American women, because it's always been competition within men too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're all competing with each other.
What's the difference with me up and leaving and going to find a different woman in a different country for a woman that I personally want that would suit me better than you up and wanting some dude that is 6'2" and makes $300,000 a year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the difference? You're gonna pick him and I'm going to pick her. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So truthfully, there's just really nothing wrong with
There's
any
nothing.
of this. There's nothing wrong with any of this. You know, like the guy that's making $40,000 a year,
Mhm.
$50,000 a year, and knows that, look, I'm just not gonna get picked over the guy that's making 200,000, 250, half a
Right.
million dollars a year. I'm just not gonna get picked over that guy. So I have better chances of getting the relationship that I want in another country, in certain countries where the women are, they're more cooperative. They're not
Mhm.
so much looking for money. And I think another big thing too is that
Mhm.
more you will find more God-fearing women
Mhm.
outside of the US,
Right.
more into like their religion or their culture, their way of life. And we just don't see that a whole lot here in the US as well. So just finding that those God-fearing types of women that aren't gonna, you know, post nude photos or do all kinds of extra shit online basically, and actually treat their bodies like sacred things.
Mhm.
So
It,
that's
it's
that's yeah, go ahead.
it's. I think a lot of the conflict is coming from the bashing because the passport bros are hopping online and saying, I don't know if I can use foul language on your
Yeah,
channel,
no, go ahead.
or coming online saying, fuck all these American women. I got me a Filipino baddie, which is, come on, let's be real. Most likely, most of the time when these passport bros go to these countries, they're not getting the top end of the line of women in the country. They're
Right.
not. They're not getting the top.
But I was gonna lie, there are some baddies. There were some baddies out there in Colombia. I ain't gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah, of course, of course. I
Like
mean,
like the
average
average girl
is
is
pretty.
a
A lot
8, a
of
9, and a 10 in Colombia.
yeah, and
So
but
it's possible.
but yeah, it's possible. But that's not the upper echelon though.
Yeah.
That's not the upper. Well, anyway. Besides that, they're hopping online and they're like, "Fuck all you American women! I'm leaving and I'm going to go find me a traditional girl that's gonna cook and clean and da 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 da." These American girls, they're backlashing. They're saying, "Well, nobody really cares if you go or what makes you think that that girl's gonna be submissive to you and whatnot."
Right.
It's just conflict back and forth,
Yeah.
conflict back and forth. In fact, our father has even told me, he's like, yo, you need to make content like like that is gonna pop off because you're dating a Colombiana and that, and it's just like it's not in me to just hop online and just bash, you know what I mean, American women because I chose to go and do my
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not in me. It's like, bro, it's my life. It's my thing. It's like I really don't care. You know what I mean? I really don't
I mean,
care.
but sometimes it's not even really bashing, to be honest. Like some of the times it just be the guys just recording and be like, yeah, I'm in this other country. This is my girlfriend. This is what we do. This is this. And they won't even mention anything about anything else. But
Nah,
but
it's,
but obviously you know what he's trying to say though.
yeah, I know what he's trying to say. I know what he's trying to do.
Right.
But a lot of the videos I've seen were like, were hey, it's even though it's rooted in even though it's rooted in truth, a lot of the dudes coming out and be like, yo, a lot of these American women are trash and whatnot. And it's just the fact that they came out and said it
Yeah.
publicly. You know what I mean? Me, the way how I'm gonna do it, I guess, express it is just living my life. Me being happy with my wife, having kids and raising a beautiful family. And that's gonna hurt even more because the fact that you ain't even saying, in my personal opinion, I think that's gonna hurt even more because I ain't gotta come out on camera and say shit. All you could just see is my wife, my beautiful family, me doing my thing, me
Yeah.
thriving, me doing my thing. So she's gonna be like, wow, like this man, he has his beautiful family, his beautiful wife, his beautiful kids, and his wife is not from the United States. You know what I mean? And that's gonna really cut most because I'm not gonna waste my energy hopping online to tell people how bad American or Western women are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just me personally.
I think from my own opinion, there's just not enough of the qualities that I'm looking for in girls that I'm seeing, and maybe I need to see more. I need to see a more diverse pool of women here in America. Most of the girls that I really come in contact with are like in the gym, to be honest. So that's only a small subset of women, and to me it's almost to the point where now it's like I don't even really want to be with a girl if she's not going to be like somehow living some kind of lifestyle with when it comes to fitness. So
Right.
I'd say the gym is a perfect place for me to meet somebody like that. But even in the gym, and the way I see things play out, it just doesn't really attract me. It really doesn't. And I'm starting to see more and more. Like I see it online, and I see it like in the gym. I see it real time. It's really all like, to me, sometimes I just look at it and I'm just like, man, this is haram. Like I just really look at it and it's like this is haram, and there's just too much of this stuff going on. And I'm supposed to be, and a lot of the guys, we're supposed to be the ones where we're supposed to, buy into all this stuff, right? I'm supposed to give the girl who had 2 kids already a chance to it's like, yo, like I don't play that. I don't play that.
Just don't.
Yeah, like and I think, and I see being a passport bro is a chance, and this is just a label. Obviously, guys, we've been doing this stuff for hundreds of years. This is just a label now that they just placed on it. And we've been doing this for however long, going to different lands and finding women. But that's what I see it as now. It's like a way out. And I personally wouldn't in particularly support this kind of movement if I didn't go to other places and meet genuine women, so
or if women in the US weren't in the state that they are now.
Possibly,
right? Because
everywhere I've been. So I went to Colombia last year to visit you. So I've been to South America, I've been to Africa, and I've been to Europe. And every time that I've went, I've seen some of the bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying? But I met some really good, wholesome girls that like I could, if I like, if I lived out here, like when I went to Ghana, I met a really, really nice girl. We you know what I'm saying, we were together while I was out there, and I was like, man, if I was living out here, I would definitely continue dating her. And the same thing happened when I was in Europe, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't subscribe to something like this if I didn't know the possibilities out there. And I think a lot. Yeah.
I was gonna say I've been passport broing, I guess, before it was popular. You remember, me. I was dating a Japanese girl.
Yeah. Talk about that.
Going to her country and whatnot, and definitely, I guess, that definitely played an imprint on me because it's just the way. It's just the way I guess is the way she treated me, or the way how.
Or did you see her as a foreign commodity?
No, I did not see her as a foreign. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Let me read it. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I saw her as a Mewtwo.
Because everybody knows Japanese people are like the white people of Asians.
I saw her as like a Mewtwo. Saw her like a
Seriously.
Mewtwo. I'm dead ass, bro. I mean, how old was I? I was like 20. I was 23 at the time. I was 23 at the time. I'm 30 now. And
But
I saw
nonetheless, it was a good, wholesome experience for you.
it was a great wholesome experience. I mean, every time she went to work, she always made sure that she cooked and had something for me to eat. Um, she was always very attentive on my wants and needs. And I just simply just reciprocated it back by being attentive on her wants and needs, and helping her anytime when she needed help. But yeah, I guess you could say I was passport broing it back in 2015.
Yeah.
2015, the U.S. when I was in the military. And it's just, I personally just see the world as free range, bro.
Free range, man.
I see the world as free range, bro. It's like, bruh, it is what it is. It's like,
right.
all right, cool. I see the world as free range.
You should never feel bounded, and I think that's what as men, I believe that's what we should all be striving to achieve, is to never be bounded by anything.
Yeah.
So if you want to go, if you want to pick up and go, if you want to start a new life, if you want to do something else, change the way things been going, never be bounded by anything,
Right.
and that's what that's what all men strive to achieve,
Mhm.
is to just never be bounded by somebody's other rule and authority. So
Right.
we got some more comments in here. Cold
Yeah.
Approach Guy. So I think this is so lame guys don't deserve a girl. You got to be a Chad to have women. One-dimensional thinking, to be honest. I think this is just something earlier that you said.
Is
Passport bros is a threat to women who aren't attractive enough to land the high-value men, but they keep trying for it in their 20s. The guys that leave is their backup plan in the 30s.
it's not just to answer pull up the chat where he was like with the Chad.
So it says, so lame guys don't deserve a girl. You have to be a Chad to have women.
You have to have some sort of charisma to attract women. You have to, and a lot of those qualities or traits are found in Chad-like guys. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's always going to be that I guess that dorky dude that that has that dorky trait, and that woman is like, wow, I like that about him, or I really find that attractive.
Right.
But let's speak in statistics. What most women want globally, and your best bet is striving to try to be Chad-like. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
when I say Chad-like, I mean like going to the gym, keeping your hygiene clean, keeping yourself well groomed. Let's be real. When you're talking to women, you can't be talking to chicks like, hey, how you doing? I'm Philip. You gotta be like, hey, how you doing? I'm Philip. You have to change the tone. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. I know we live in a time where a lot of dudes like, why do I gotta change? You have to.
I think what's happening today with a lot of guys is you're not entitled to a relationship. You're not entitled to a woman. You're not entitled to any of that. And to be honest, most men won't pass down their genes. Most men won't pass down their genes. Most men won't. And that's simply because they don't get picked, right? And I think that style of mind has been it has grown from our society where we're trying to make less losers, right? The way the society is built, it's trying to strip away the competition and everything and make less losers. So like people don't go as hard in life, and so they don't seem as though they don't feel like they're actually losing or anything like that. So in terms of like, so lame guys don't deserve a girl. I mean, when you define what a lame, I'll bring it up again. When you define what a lame guy is, when you say a lame guy, to me is like a guy that no other guy wants to be. and just a guy that no other girl wants to have sex with. So, you know, how do you become a guy that other men want to be, and a guy that other women want to have sex with? So, number one, like you said, you have to be interesting. You have to have a high charisma. You have to learn how to hone your skills, and being charismatic. You know, so that means what? You got to go out there and put yourself out there.
Right.
You got to like go out there and talk to people. You got to go out there and meet people. You got to go out there and do your thing in different environments and things like that. Two, you have to educate yourself. You have to be intelligent. You have to be able to articulate yourself and be like somewhat of a, like, you got to be able to talk and use your mouthpiece, right?
Add qualities.
Qualities. And then
Mhm.
number two, another big one that's going to segue into the next part of this stream is being physically fit.
Mhm.
So and we'll talk about that a little bit more, but being physically fit being physically fit is never not going to no being physically fit is never going to ruin your chances.
It's never.
It's never going to ruin your chances ever. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
There might be some women that might not be into like the really big and muscular physiques, but it's never going to ruin your chances when it
Never.
comes to women. You
It's
know, so
never.
being physically fit, maintaining high physical standards for yourself is going to show discipline. It's going to show that you're focused. It's going to show that you have some kind of purpose, some kind of direction in your life. You know, it's going to show that you're saying you can actually focus on something and achieve goals. You look like a man that can achieve something. Other men are going to respect it too. You're going to get respect from other men as well. That's another big thing. And then obviously we have you know, you have like money and things like that as well. You can put into that umbrella too. So being able to acquire a lot of money, whether it's through business, whether it's through, you know, whatever kind of strategy you can impose on the economy and generate money, that is also another strategy where you'll earn the respect of a lot of men, and you'll also be able, you know, a lot of women are going to see you as a guy that, I want to have his kids type shit. So it's true. It's very true. And I think life has always been this way since the dawn of time. It's always been this way. But for some reason in this 21st century, in this new age, we've told guys that they don't have to compete, that they don't have to do that they're special in their own little unique way, and they don't have they could just be themselves in their little corner, and some girl is gonna come by and you guys are gonna live happily ever after like a Disney fairy tale. And truth be told, that's just not how it works, man. You have to stand out amongst the crowd. You have to stand out amongst the crowd. And the other day, I'll let you talk a little bit
go ahead
before we move in. But the other day, I was in the gym, and like in the afternoon, that's where a lot of the younger guys start working out, guys in high school and stuff like that. And I seen two guys come to the gym with red and a purple ski mask to go work out. A red and a purple ski mask working out at the gym, and I'm just sitting there like what the hell are these guys doing? But in my mind, I was like, bro, when I was a kid, when I was their age, I was doing stupid stuff like that to stand out too. Even at a young age, as men, we know we have to stand out. And even doing dumb and kind of goofy stuff, or like kind of like out of the normal stuff to catch people's attention, catch people's eyes. I mean, it might not work in every case, in every scenario, but you're still standing out, and you're still going to be somebody that's like, okay, you were doing that, you were doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your freaking hand pierced, like all kinds of weird stuff that we did like growing up just to stand out. And I believe that's what men we have to continue to do, is to stand out even as we grow older. And some men, unfortunately, they see this, you know, they blame the outside world, and they decide not to level up, or they decide well, no, I don't want to do this, and then they're no longer competitive, and then they blame the world because
Right.
they're no longer competitive. But go ahead if you got anything to say before I move into the next one.
To sum it all up, your best bet is trying to become a child.
Yeah, or embody some kind of Chad-like characteristics.
Your best bet is trying to become a child. Is trying
Right.
to embody some sort of childlike characteristics, charisma, learning how to talk well, learning how to dress well. You're keeping yourself physically fit, keeping yourself well-rounded and intellectual. Superman.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to a degree, yes. Like that's exactly what you got to at least get one of those qualities.
Finances as well too.
Yeah, get one of those qualities on lock and get good at doing that and increasing your network too.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next topic, I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to get your take on this too, was does a man need to have muscles in order to attract women?
Okay. A man doesn't need to have muscles to attract women, but muscles do attract women. There are guys out there that they don't got muscle, but they do compensate in other areas.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they attract women via it be, dress well or able to talk well, smooth talker or whatnot.
Right.
And they may not have no muscles, but they know how to attract women. It's just that having muscles heightens your percentage on attracting more women. I mean, staying physically fit is it says so much about you. You don't have to go out and open up your mouth or say anything or anything like that. I mean, just being physically fit, she could look at you and she could be like, wow, he's physically fit. He must be responsible because he's taking time to take care of his body. He must be very he's reliable because he's strong. He's a hard worker because it takes hard work to train your body to achieve that look. But muscles, yeah.
So I always looked at it like this. So having a physically fit body, having muscles, having a nice physique, it just tells it, obviously, like you said, it tells so much about a person by just like looking at them. And that's what you want to be able to achieve as a guy. You want girls and other men to look at you and already write like a whole story about you before they even talk to you. And they already see you as like, oh, like this guy is top, is, what I'm saying? He's big, what I'm saying? He lives that life. So having muscles it's like a fraternity. It's like a fraternity, to be honest. So there's even people that you don't agree with or you don't like that have muscles, but you still respect them, right?
Yeah.
Because they train hard and they're disciplined and you respect them. And the way I see it being a fraternity is because the only way you can get into this fraternity is by being accepted by everybody that's already in the fraternity. Right. So I mean, it's true. Like I remember the first day, like you finally gave me my first stringer. You're like, bro, I think it's time. Like, here's your first stringer. And I was like, damn, like, okay, I'm finally indoctrinated into this like muscle style, this muscle culture, this muscle lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And like everywhere you go, people always respect it, and people respect it across cultures, across time. For example, last year when we were in Colombia, we had went on an excursion and we went to the top of this tourist site on top of this rock, right?
Guatapé.
And Guatapé. And we ran up the rock with our shirts off and we just ran to the top. We didn't really think nothing of it. We were like, damn, like it's going to be a hard run. So we're just going to run to the top with our shirts off, right? So when we get to the top, literally everybody's like staring at us like who are these specimens? You know what I'm saying? And we didn't think that we were even gonna garnish that much attention, but people came up to us and they were like taking pictures of us. People were coming to us like, yo, can you take a picture of me? Like, da da da. Like, can you take like it got to the point where we were like, yo, we might need to like hold them back and stop them because this is out of hand. But it just goes to show you that having muscles, having a physique, it transcends cultures, it transcends race, it transcends all of that. You see a guy with muscles in the gym, you know that damn, like he put in that work. He put in that work, and whether you like him or not, he put in that work. And it's like a club, and it's like once you in it, it's like you know you in it when you get respect by the locals that go to your gym. People see you, be like, all right, cool. People dapping you up again. People dapping you up, and it's like, all right, cool. Like you're in the group. So
I know I knew I started getting respect on my physical fitness when I would go to other gyms and people would be like, hey, aren't you? I seen you over there at so and so, or I seen you over there at so and so. You know, they're watching me.
They're always watching, man.
They're watching me, and it's a good feeling. And I don't understand what male wouldn't want that feeling, because with so much people, you know, saying, hey, yo, how do you do this, or asking you for information, you become a outlet, you become a source.
Yeah.
And that's a source for networking. That's a source to increase your network. Meaning your network. Because now you got people, you know, asking, yo, how can I get like you? And you don't even know what dude does. He could be like, well, yeah, if you could write me up a program, we can exchange services, and I could get you to this window or that. And it all started because, you know, muscles. It all started because of your physical feature. It's just we live in a very clown world where we're sitting here and we're accepting dudes being fat. Like, we need to bring back the days when they picked on the fat kid. I'm sorry. We need to bring that back. Those harsh 90 days, those movies, those harsh Max Keeble type stuff.
In the locker rooms.
When they just stuffing the fat kid. When the jocks picked on the losers, and the losers had no choice but to level up.
Exactly.
But to level up. When the jocks picked on the losers, and the losers, once they came out of school, they became chads. And then now they're shutting down all the girls that they turned them down. The jocks, now they're freaking fat and stuff like that, because them getting picked on in school drove them to be better.
Yeah.
Drove them to be better. And we just accept fat men. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. It's just we sit there and we accept fat men. What use is a unhealthy man in a nation that needs that anything could pop off?
Yeah.
Anything could pop off.
The way I see it is, I mean, if you are of reasonable age, meaning anywhere from 16 to like 40, and you can't get up right now where you are and run a mile, just run a mile, you know, put your shoes on, you got to go run a mile and go run one and in a reasonable time. If you can't do that, then you're out of regs, man.
Bro, you just, man. Hey, man, we're safe. The world's safe. The world, everything's safe.
Everybody's comfortable.
It's okay for you to. It's just, it really irks me. It really irks me.
It's a very comfortable time that we're living in, and I find. Yeah, go ahead.
And then they want to complain why women aren't looking at them. just to carry that off. They want to be like, you know what? It's my life, and if I want to be fat and unhealthy and out of shape and ugly, so be it. Okay, cool. And then you want to hop in front of a camera on the internet and complain about why women aren't picking them. It's honestly quite ridiculous, but it's a very strange time.
Yeah, man, it's a very strange time, and I mean, the only way to get through it is to put yourself through those challenges, put yourself through the gym is like a simulated survival state, right? You're putting your body through all of these different harshnesses of just resistance training, cardiovascular training, etc. Um, you're doing all these things. Personally, once you get to a certain level, you're gonna get your own happiness from just doing it in general, right?
Right.
Just doing the act and just doing it, you're gonna get your own happiness from it, and as a byproduct, your body's gonna get better and better over time, right? And I believe that men should maintain good physical standards with themselves, man. It's a whole different lifestyle. You feel a lot better about yourself. You're more confident. You know what I'm saying? You walk upright, you know, with your head up, and you feel more capable about yourself, and that's what is attractive. That is what is attractive to women, and that's what other men will respect. So, you know, being a lame guy, to me, a lame guy is a guy that doesn't challenge himself, a guy that doesn't want to be better, a guy that thinks that things should just be handed to him. A lame guy is somebody who's going to complain about his circumstances instead of getting better at something. So that's pretty much what my take on is. You got anything else before we're about to close out for the day?
That was our father back there. I'm home for the holiday. So before any of y'all be like, yo, who's that big dude that walked up with those shit? That was our dad right there. I'm home for the holiday. Hey man, it's important for us to, it's your life. You only have one. Do what you want. If you want women, you know what to do. You know what to do. Either it be you needing to get into shape to attract women, or either it's you to be like, hey, I'm gonna go travel to a different country and see what other women in different countries look like. Just don't put yourself in a box.
Right.
Put yourself in a box. Once you become that fat slob, like majority of the population in the United States, you put yourself in that box. You know what I mean? You put yourself in that box. You put yourself in that box. Once you sit back and you know, complain and be like, why are these women like that, and you don't even own a passport, you put yourself in that box.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
so
it's you got to continually improve yourself, man, and going to other countries to find better relationships or something that suits you, a relationship that suits you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't be going to these other places and these other countries simply just, you know, looking for sex or just looking for prostitution. You know, you should honestly, if guys that are going to these other places like long term, like for example, like what you did, and as looking to marry or find a woman and be in a relationship with, like I totally support that. You know what I'm saying? Like and I do believe that women are more open to dating a lot of these foreign guys and wanting to be in good long-term committed relationships with them. I definitely think that they are a lot more open to that because I mean, yes, obviously making more money, like on average, you're gonna make more money than them. But overall, I just think that they know what they provide and they know what you're looking for. So and they're gonna give you what you're looking for, right? They want
Yeah.
you want a traditional woman that's gonna do traditional things, gonna care about you, she's gonna feed you, etc. You know, she's kind, nice, not gonna be combative, not gonna be combative. You know, definitely if that's what you want, if that's what you're trying to go find, you are entitled to go find it wherever you can find it. So
No, the world is
don't
free.
don't let anybody, try to bound you to any one place. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that was we're gonna wrap up today's show. That was Jim Check-In, episode 14. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up in the video. Drop a comment in the video if you agree or disagree with anything that we said. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Making more content for you guys, pushing out more content for you guys. We're going to have a lot more deep dive on topics and things like that later on in the future. Appreciate everybody for coming through and watching. Cold Approach Guy, appreciate you. Thank you for coming by, dropping your comments in. Any last words for the guys coming out?
We pretty much tagged everything with the Passport Bros movement, and it's if muscles attract women. I mean, yeah. So I think everything's well. You guys can find me at Derek the Divine on Instagram. I'm going to be coming out with my own content pretty soon, so follow me on my Instagram so you guys can stay updated on my content as well. Make sure you guys like, share, and follow Yasuke's Fitness channel. Let's try to grow the channel. And yeah.
All right. Well, that was it. Appreciate you guys for coming out, and stay tuned for the next episode on Thursday. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.